In this podcast episode, the host speaks with Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, a renowned expert in geriatrics, nutrition, and health longevity, to delve deep into the often overlooked but critical aspects of building and maintaining muscle. The conversation is a rich examination of why muscle health is paramount, not just for aesthetics, but for overall wellness, longevity, and quality of life. Dr. Lyon dismantles misconceptions surrounding resistance training, explores the deep physiological role of muscle, and offers practical advice on how to integrate strength training into everyday life. The discussion opens with a startling reminder targeting male listeners. By age 40, 40% of men experience erectile dysfunction, and by 50, it affects half of them. Dr. Lyon connects this to muscle health, emphasizing that skeletal muscle is the largest organ system in the body and plays a decisive role in metabolic health, brain function, and notably sexual function. She references a recent Baylor study that revealed a direct correlation between healthy muscle mass and better erections, debunking the stereotype that strength training is primarily for bodybuilding or vanity. Muscle, she explains, is not just for looking good or bulking up. It is a metabolic organ essential for carbohydrate and fat oxidation and has a profound impact on reducing risks of chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even Alzheimer's. Muscle loss correlates to worsened immunity, impaired wound healing, and overall health decline, particularly as one ages. In this context, the phrase muscle-centric medicine, coined by Dr. Lyon, encapsulates the approach of viewing muscle health as foundational to well-being, not just an aesthetic luxury. Alleviating common hesitations around strength training, Dr. Lyon highlights that many people shy away from lifting weights because it is unfamiliar or intimidating. She challenges this by pointing out that humans have engaged in lifting throughout life, whether it's carrying bags, lifting children, or household tasks. But without a structured program, this natural strength is underutilized. She advocates for resistance training as a non-negotiable aspect of daily hygiene, just like brushing teeth or showering. Strength, she underscores, is a responsibility, not a luxury, integral to independent living and long-term health. The psychological barriers preventing consistent exercise are discussed candidly. Dr. Lyon stresses the critical importance of anchoring one's why, the deeper motivation behind committing to fitness. Instead of setting fleeting goals which may lead to failure and discouragement, she advises establishing clear, unyielding standards that become part of one's lifestyle and identity. This shifts the mindset from conditional achievement to a disciplined daily practice, reinforced by accountability structures such as close friends, family, or a small community. For newcomers to resistance training, Dr. Lyon recommends starting with machines to build a foundational level of strength safely before progressing to free weights, which require more skill and control to avoid injury. This pragmatic advice helps reduce initial intimidation and empowers beginners to experience the benefits of muscle stimulation early. Her own training routine is purposeful yet sustainable, comprising 4 days a week with 3 solid resistance sessions and 1 high-intensity interval, AT, or sprint interval workout. She highlights how these sessions need not be excessively long or daily to be effective. The emphasis is on efficient, full-body workouts that optimize muscle stimulus without overwhelming the body or the schedule. HEAT, or BARF workouts, as humorously referenced, offer a time-efficient cardiovascular challenge that enhances mitochondrial health and base fitness levels in limited time, suitable for busy lifestyles. Furthermore, Dr. Lyon touches on maintenance training, emphasizing that maintaining muscle is easier than building it. Using tools like blood flow restriction bands and resistance bands during travel or busy periods can help mitigate muscle loss when heavier lifting isn't possible. A compelling part of the conversation explores new and emerging research on muscle health that goes beyond visible size. Dr. Lyon explains the concept of intramuscular adipose tissue, fat infiltrated into muscle, which is a key driver of metabolic dysfunction, insulin resistance, and certain female fertility issues such as PCOS. This insight shifts focus from simple body fat percentage to the quality of muscle composition, something rarely measured clinically but increasingly recognized as vital. She also debunks the myth that men and women must train differently. Though individual exercise preferences and goals may vary, the physiological mechanisms of muscle development are remarkably similar across sexes. Adjustments in programming come down largely to exercise selection rather than fundamental differences in how the muscles respond to training. Beyond physical benefits, muscle training is portrayed as a powerful tool for mental health and resilience. Dr. Lyon shares perspectives from her experience working with military families, illustrating how physical effort and challenge recalibrate mental state, discipline, and emotional toughness. Techniques such as cold plunges and maximal effort sprints are described as immediate methods to reset the mind by focusing on bodily exertion instead of negative, repetitive thoughts. She highlights the importance of embracing friction, deliberately pushing into discomfort as a means to expand capacity for discipline and overcoming procrastination. This interplay between mental and physical toughness underlines the bidirectional relationship between a strong body and a strong mind. Conversation turns to cultural factors influencing muscle health, including the epidemic of sedentary lifestyles and the underappreciation of muscle's role in health. Dr. Lyon speaks optimistically about a gradual shift happening in society, with more people embracing responsibility for their physical health, fueled by growing awareness from podcasts, books, and social media influences. She introduces National Muscle Health Month, an initiative to increase public dialogue and awareness about muscle as a critical organ of longevity and vitality. The ultimate message is clear. Muscle health is foundational to living well, aging gracefully, and maintaining independence. Dr. Lyon concludes by reiterating simple but powerful guidance for anyone seeking to get stronger and stay that way long term. Identify your why. Set unwavering standards instead of goals. Surround yourself with a small circle of accountability. Approach training as a skill that builds over time, and incorporate strength training as a staple in life alongside other enjoyable activities. She emphasizes that muscle-centric medicine is not about chasing physique ideals alone, but about fostering a body that supports brain health, metabolic balance, sexual function, and psychological resilience. With these building blocks in place, the pathway to sustainable strength and wellness is both accessible and transformative.